at this time. Jeff and Andrea are back from out in Forsyth. Now, we've got a pretty big event coming up 1 week from tomorrow, and that pretty big event also has an extra special event included inside it. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the show. How are you?
Good morning. We're
Good.
doing well.
Good to see you. Grab that microphone. Make sure it's nice and close. There you go.
There we go.
There you go. So what is going on with our spring fling?
Well, our spring fling is in its 4th year. It grows every year. It's been a great festival. And last year we added a strongman competition.
A strongman competition.
Yes.
Yep.
So what are some of the prerequisites for entering the strongman competition?
Well, one of them is just because it's called a strongman doesn't mean it's just men. We do have women athletes
Right.
in our competition every year.
Yep.
And basically, we don't have any prerequisites. If you want to try it,
Right.
come on out. We have anywhere from college students to pros coming out.
So I'm sure, I'm not sure because I haven't seen it with my own eyes, but I would be willing to bet you got some people that come out there that, boy, they think a lot of themselves and they think they pretty strong, and then they get out there and they try and they're like, oh.
They're usually the college students.
Tweak my back. I was about to say, as soon as she said college student, that's the first thing that.
Exactly.
Hey, old man, come over here and look at this right here. And they don't know about being country
A
strong.
couple
Right,
of them are very
right.
talented.
Yes. Yep.
That's good stuff. So, let's go back to the overall event. This spring fling, 4 years.
Yes.
It's been going on now. Tell me a little bit about the growth. How much has it grown?
You know, I actually don't know all the numbers. That's probably Rose's area. But we grow every year. We have more booths every year. We have music. We have our car show, which is, I think, the best car show in the area. That grows every single year. We're doing an art battle. We're doing a cake decorating battle.
Really?
Yes. So, and cupcakes for the kids to decorate. So lots of fun things this year. And now our strongman has grown since last year.
Now, how much does it cost to enter into this spring fling?
There's no charge to get in.
That's right. If it's free, it's me, baby. Let's go.
Right. So it's down on Main Street. It's
Yep.
from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. next Saturday, the 26th. Just come on down whenever you want to. We have food vendors. Come for the day. Watch the strong people lift and throw and pull and do all sorts of great things.
So will the businesses in downtown, will they be open during the
So
spring
some
fling?
of them are open.
Okay.
You know, especially like Chappie's Diner will be
Right.
open. Things like that will be open because we block the streets off and
Right.
that sort of thing. Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty fun, you know. Forsyth, a lot of folks in Forsyth, they kind of tend to keep to themselves, right? They kind of it's
Right.
an area of good, hardworking folks that love where they live, right?
Right.
So whenever they do get together for a festival, you can guarantee it's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's going to be great.
There are folks that are going to come out that you ain't seen since like the last festival.
Right,
That's exactly right.
Exactly.
All right, Jeff, let's talk about the strongman competition. How did it come about?
It kind of evolved out of what we do in this fall with the Highland
Games,
The
right.
Highland Games has been going on, and Andrea came to me and said, hey, what do you think about this? And I said,
And
well,
in partnership with the Elks,
And, yeah.
who are actually the hosts of the Strong.
Oh, okay.
so
All right.
Yes.
they said, yeah, we love the idea too. And I said, all right, well, let me put something together and we'll present it to them and see if everybody's okay with what I want to do. Because I don't do sanctioned events.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do the same thing that an athlete might see at every other event, the same 4 or 5 events that you'll see somewhere else.
Right.
We are going to do something that is completely old school, new, different. I go back and look at the days when I used to growing up watching strongman contests.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the guys that bend rebar, or they would pick up a refrigerator, or they would do. You know, we all saw it.
Tossing the
Yeah.
keg up over
Over
your
the
head,
wall.
over the wall. That's
Right,
right.
right.
Yeah.
That would
Again-
fall down on my head if I tried.
Oh, dude.
Right, and
I've seen
so-
a couple that.
Yeah.
And again, we want to do something that's different. So last year we did some events that were pretty standard strongman stuff, and this year we're bringing back a fire truck pull.
Awesome.
So you will sit on the ground with your feet against a block and be playing tug of
Yes.
war with a vintage fire truck that's being on loan from
Western Taney County.
Western
Wow.
County Fire Department.
That's-
And again, the athletes they're actually excited about
They're
it. We
excited.
had this conversation with them last year at the end of the competition. I said, what would you guys like to see? I can go 2 roads. I can go sanctioned, or I can keep it as a cottage industry type sport. And they're like, totally do the cottage thing. We love the idea that you guys are going to throw something different.
That's awesome.
Because
Right.
it's challenging. you know, you go to a typical strongman contest, and you're going to do like I said, the same events. You come to ours, we're doing a fire truck pull this year. Next year might do something different. You know, the year after that, something different yet.
Well, and that's what's cool about this being an unsanctioned event is you can literally do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, her and I are in charge. It's our event to do what we want to do with it. But we do that within the confines of strongman.
Right.
And we also do that within the confines of what the athletes would like to see. And that's, again,
and maybe try for one time in their life.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How do you know until you try?
Right.
That's exactly right. So how can folks get signed up for the strongman competition?
Well, actually, today is the last day.
Okay.
And so they can go to the Forsyth Chamber of Commerce website under events and sign up there. They can still sign up today. And usually we have it out on Facebook and such a couple months before. So it's been out there and people have been signing up. And, just for people to know, anybody can sign up for our event. You do not have to be somebody that, has been lifting 400-pound Atlas stones for years. If you just regularly work out and it's something you want to give it a whirl. Now, we do have those athletes, but we also have the novice division.
Right.
You want to come in and try
First time competition.
That's really good. I was going to ask if there were different, which is really good. And again, like you said, you don't have to be Bill Kazmaier or Magnus Magnuson or any of those legendary old school strongmen. You can just come.
Those are the perfect names.
I love them. I love them so much. And look, what I really
Magnus.
I love it so much. What I really look forward to whenever I do see these strongman events that are out and about is for the dude who literally got off his tractor, got into his pickup truck, and drove into town for a bag of feed and goes, oh, I could do that. I do way more than that. And you wouldn't even think, just a regular old looking dude, those country strong guys.
Well, not all our athletes not all of them are pros. Some of them have real day jobs. They do things that, to look at them, they're big and they're strong. We have a couple guys come in that are over 300 pounds.
Right.
And the women come in are fit and they but again, when they put the rubber to the road, and they actually go, you're like, okay, they're pretty strong. I mean, they're picking up.
We've seen some surprises over the years.
I mean, you put 150 pounds in each hand, and they have to walk with it. You're like, okay, that's strong. That's not everyday care. I mean,
right.
That's like splitting me in half and holding half of me in one. I wonder, Kev, which half do you think would weigh more?
Oh, well, that head, I would imagine.
How dare you? How dare you? It's because I got a big brain. That's what my mama says.
That's what it is.
Hey, the Forsyth Area Chamber of Commerce Spring Fling takes place 1 week from tomorrow from 9 to 3. Music and entertainment, pop-up shops, Kids Zone, the Youthpreneur competition. We talked about that last year, if I'm not mistaken. That is really super cool.
It is great because we are trying to bring up the next generation of entrepreneurs. So they can get their feet wet. They can learn what it means. They do have a very, very small fee to do it, but it shows that you have to pay. You have to put money in to start a business and then sell your wares. And they've been very popular the last few years.
That's awesome.
It's actually really cool to see a child who has a full business sitting there and they've created something that they're
so
selling.
Excited.
And they're totally excited when you buy something.
Right, and it comes from them. Like they are excited about it, and you might not be as excited about them about like a new water sprinkler or whatever it is that they invented, but they are excited and they want to tell you about it. And really, if you just want to go and hang out, walk around, and you don't want to participate in anything, and you just want to be a wallflower, stop by and talk to some of these kiddos. They are they are our future, and in an area that depends so much on local businesses, small businesses.
Right.
Exactly. It's a great thing. Also, DJ Maverick will be there. That's pretty cool. An art battle. Now, tell me a little bit about the art battle. So
they started that art battle, I want to say last year at Harvest Moon, and it's great. They set up canvases, and you have to sign up that day. And they give you a certain amount of time, and you just have to paint the most beautiful thing you can paint. And some of the things that have turned out are spectacular.
Yeah,
so they have a lot of fun with it. People just show up. They stand in kind of a circle with the canvases in the middle of the parking lot.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Or middle of the street.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's really
Especially
cool.
with the time restriction. They have
and then
to
they do
it under
a
pressure.
kids version usually, too, with smaller canvases.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
This event is a week from tomorrow.
Right.
We talk a lot about the fact that folks come here to visit from all over the country, right? We get
Right.
10 million people a year average that come to Ozark Mountain Country, right? And a lot of times people want to stay. A lot of times people look to relocate after they retire. Maybe they're having kids. Maybe they want to get out of a bigger city and come here and raise their kids. And they always ask, Josh, how can I get involved? How can I meet people in the community? It is events like
go to these
this.
events.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Because you never know who you're going to see. There's going to be elected officials. There's going to be
Right.
community leaders. There's going to be business owners. There's going to be people from the school. Like literally everyone that you need
Right.
to know from Forsyth is going to be there.
Right. And we are always looking for help, whether it's the chamber, whether it's Lake Taneycomo Elks Lodge, whether it's our Strongman, our Highland Games. We always need help. So if you are in the business of offering, we will take it.
Don't just
let us know.
Don't just say something in passing
Right.
because they'll get a number.
Right.
Right.
They will.
Exactly.
They will call you up. As a matter of fact, we talked about the Highland Games.
Yeah.
And when we wrap up this interview, I'm going to ask, hey, are y'all going to come back and talk about that? And you're going to be like 100%.
Absolutely.
We'll come back and talk about the Highland Games.
Hey, and listen, you kind of glossed over this, but the food trucks,
The food truck.
man, they have some amazing food trucks out there.
Yes.
I don't know if they're still going to be there this year, but
Yes.
Stuffed and Pressed. Is that what it's called?
Stuff your face.
Stuff your face. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I don't know which food trucks are going to be there this year.
Ooh.
We'll have
They
to
had
check into that.
they had these fries that were there, and then these
Yeah,
wings.
she's amazing.
Dude, it was just the burger.
I know.
Y'all go down and check it out next Saturday in
Yes.
Forsyth, Missouri. Jeff, Andrew, thanks so much for coming in. It's
Thanks for having us.
always good to see you guys.
Thank you.
Before we